Aloe-eatage pupules. Aloe-eatage pupules. Today we are going to learn about reproduction in plants, specifically sexual reproduction in plants. Reproduction in plants, specifically sexual reproduction in plants. Let us start our lesson. Reproduction in plants. Sexual reproduction in plants. We have two types of plants you can remember. Number one, flowering plants. Number two, non-flowering plants. Now today we are going to learn about flowering plants in their reproduction. First of all, let us know what is the flower. The flower is the reproductive structure of the plant. It is found in flowering plants. As you can see, our beautiful flower here, found in flowering plant. This is the flower. This is a flower, and I'm sure all of us, we love flowers. This is a flower. Now, the flower has parts. Parts of the flower. There are mainly three parts of the flower. Number one, female part of the flower, which also known as pistil. But also we have male part of the flower, which is also known as stamen. And we have outer parts. Outer parts we have petal, sepal, receptacle, and the leaf stalk. We can see them in the diagram. This is stigma. This one here. This is style. This is ovary, which all of them are found the part known as pistil, which is the female part of the flower. Another part is male part of the flower, which is called stamen. The male part of the flower has the following parts. Number one, anther. Number two, filament. What is the anther? Anther is the part of the stamen which produces male reproductive gametes called pollen grains. But also it has another supporting parts known as filament. This is the part which holds and supports the anther. We can see it here, unfortunately here we cannot see it well, but let us see it in this diagram here. This is the stamen, this is the anther, and this is filament. This is anther, and this one is filament. Which of them are found in the male part of the flower known as stamen. This is the stamen we are talking about. This is the stamen we are talking about. And this one is anther, this one on the top, and this supporting part is called filament. We have a female part of the flower. Number one is stigma. Female part of the flower collectively is known as pistil, which has the following parts. One is stigma, two style, three ovary. What is stigma? Stigma is the part which receives pollen grains from the anther during pollination. Let us not be confused with this kind of words. We are going to learn them in the coming lesson. But also we have another part known as style. It is a tube in which pollen tubes passes before fertilization. We are going to learn in details the process of fertilization in plants. We have ovary. Ovary, it is the site for fertilization in the flowering plants. It contains female gametes called ovaries. So in a stamen, which is the male part of the flower, we said male gametes are called pollen grains, but here female gametes are called ovaries. We can see it in the diagram. This one is the pistil. It starts from here up to here. This is our stigma. This one is our style. This one is our ovary, which contains ovaries, which is the female gamete of the plant. Outer parts, number one is petal. This is the cardi part of the flower. This is the cardi part of the flower. Let us go in our diagram. Let us try to see where the petal. This is our petal. As you can see, it's the cardi part. Very attractive part of the flower. It attracts pollinators. We are going to learn more about pollinators, but I can mention some examples of pollinators such as birds and insects. These are pollinators, but we are going to learn more about pollinators. Another part is sepal. It is the green part of the flower. This one here, it is the green part of the flower. It protects the flower in its bud or young stage. This one here, its function is to protect the flower in its bud or young stage. We have receptacle. This is our receptacle here. It is the base of the flower which holds all parts. This one is the base of the flower which holds all parts. We have another one here which is leaf stalk. This one here is leaf stalk. This one here is leaf stalk. Let us go. This one here, it is labeled as the stalk. Whether you may name it leaf stalk or stalk, no problem. Its function, it is a part attaching the flower on the branch of the plant. So, pupils, let us make a summary of what we have discussed. We can make a summary of what we have discussed. Number one, we said there are male part of the flower and the female part of the flower. This is the male part of the flower called stamen, consisting of anther and the filament. This is the female part of the flower called the pistil. It has stigma, style, and ovaries. But also we have outer parts. The outer parts, number one, we said it is petal. This is the petal which is called, this is petal and it is colored. Its function to attract pollinators. We have another part known as sepal, which is the green part of the flower, protecting the flower in its young stage. We have receptacle, which is the base holding all parts of the flower. We have leaf stalk, which attaches the flower on the branch of the plant. We have ovary, which is the female reproductive gamete. Female reproductive gamete. Female reproductive gamete. Now, after we have discussed, let us go. I have one question here. I will ask everybody to answer this question. We have letter A up to J. I will ask everybody to name the parts of the plant from A up to J. But remember, some letters are in a collective term, such as E starts from here up to here. I know and I'm sure you are going to name part E. But we have another part, this one here, part G. It starts from here up to here. So you'll rename it. And tomorrow, after we have named, we are going to have another question which will need everybody to write the function of each labeled part. Thank you and welcome to another lesson.